Welcome back. A very interesting exhibit right now running at the Old Kamloops Courthouse. It's called The Vintage C, and the artist behind it sitting next to me today, Solange Belleforte. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You call yourself a mixed media artist, so tell me what that means.
Well, that means putting things together you wouldn't normally see together. Perhaps you put canvas or wood together with paint on top of it and some rusty nails, and you make something out of things that don't belong together normally. And it's a term people use today instead of collage, which is a lot harder to explain.
Okay. Let's talk about the Vintage C. I understand that you, this is your type of artistry is a preference for the quirky, the unusual. Let's talk about that.
I think people should have fun with art, and a lot of art that you see is very meaningful and beautiful and wonderfully done, but it doesn't make you laugh. So I hope to bring some lightness and humor and whimsy to people's viewing experience in my show. I made the illustrations about 2 years ago. They're all done on a computer. They're not photoshopped. I use Photoshop as my media tool to make them. And I put them together for different reasons than having a show. And then they started telling me a story, and then they became a book. So I have a book with the show, and it tells a story of someone who goes somewhere and has some fun.
So what are we seeing in these pictures right now?
This is one of the pieces that's in the show. It's called Fisher Cut Bait, and it's just a piece that's put together with different pieces of collage, clip art material, royalty-free, to illustrate what Alexa Larksong, my character in the story, was doing while she was down there. She had a cameraman, she took pictures. This was in 1890, so it was pretty basic. That's called The Bike Lane, and it's about someone going on a marathon. He said it's more difficult to hold your breath for 26 minutes than it is for anything else.
Which came first, the book or the pictures?
The pictures.
The pictures, and then you made a book out of it?
And then I made a book, so I do everything
Really?
backwards, apparently.
Well, that's all right. Tell me about this picture.
This is Dave's Dive Shop proprietor, the guy on the right, and he is having his pictures taken for his diver's license.
His diver's license. That's awesome.
Now, the cameraman's in some peril in that one.
Right. And this is the book here.
This is the book.
And the
yes.
book came along after.
It came after, and each one, a piece in the book has a postcard, which is a message that Alexa sent to her sister Anna, who lives in another kingdom.
So this is completely made up from your head?
Oh, yes.
Vintage C, circa
Yes.
1890. Why 1890?
Well, that is when the era of the clip art was true. It was the vintage clip art that set the tone, and also this slight steampunk influence, so that was the era of steam. So she's a very adventurous lass. She goes with her father down to the undersea kingdom and has an adventure, meets someone, marries him, and lives happily ever after.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's not a romance.
It's not a romance.
No.
So all of the pictures that are at the old courthouse, that sort of tells the whole story.
Yes, you can walk around the room, read the postcards, feel the journey she did, and hear the story. Yeah.
How long did it take you to do all of these?
The pictures came together in a 10-day period. The story took a bit longer, and then over the next year I decided to create a book and postcards and things like that. So it was a 2-year journey from the beginning to the end, but the pictures came together quite quickly.
Good for you. Very interesting. This exhibit right now on display at the courthouse, but only running through until November 22nd.
That's right. And on the 22nd, I have an artist talk at 2 in the afternoon and a book signing if people would care to buy a book. And I hope people come and talk to me and ask questions and find out what's in my head. And I'd be very happy to know what's in my head if someone could tell me that.
I feel the same way every day. I'm with you. Is this your first book, or do you think you might write more?
I have done a couple others like this, but this is the first one I've had published and bound, and I actually have an ISBN number, and it's a legitimate book.
Yeah.
The rest of them were just kind of fooling around. Yeah.
Excellent. So this is November 22nd, the book signing?
Yeah.
And that's at 2 o'clock, you said?
At 2,
Fantastic.
until 3 o'clock, yeah.
2 until 3 o'clock on the 22nd, and learn more about this. Solange, thank you very much for being here today.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Very interesting work.
Thank you.